as I am opening the Canva app, I want to go to the custom size section and I want to select the units to pixels, from pixels to inches to prevent the numbers being incorrect. Now it's going to open a canvas and I want to select, let it load a little bit. I want to go to File. I want to select View Settings. And I want to select Show Margins. Now, as you see me zooming in, the margins will not show when it's printing, but it will only show as a guide for when you are adding text or trying to select a border. So I am going to create my own border using the Shapes tool in the Element section. I just selected a square, and now I want to go to the color and select transparent. I am selecting the border tool to add the border width. So here I'm clicking on the border and I want to click on the three dots and lock my border, so this way when I'm adding anything in the middle, the actual border doesn't move around. I am going to select the text tool and add a text to my page. I'm going to add it as a letter A, and you can see I am selecting the font section. So in font, if you go to the search bar and type in school, you can see various different fonts that are helpful when it comes to creating your workbooks. In this case, I'm selecting the KG penmanship, and this way it will change it to a tracing text instead of having a solid bold text. And right here is when I realized that my lines are going outside of my border. So in order to prevent that from happening, I am going to kind of maximize it to fit in the center, and I am going to the top of the page where it has the tools section. I'm going to select the spacing tool. So where you see the three lines and the arrows that go up and down, I'm going to select the spacing tool and kind of space my letters the way I want to, so that it can fit within the page border. And I repeat the process when it comes to the second line. So I'm just fixing the line how I see fit. So at this point you can see that if I center it a little, it kind of, the lines kind of block in with the border so nothing shows. And then I duplicate it, and I want to actually add my second line as a lowercase letter. So instead of just leaving it duplicated, which you also can do, I am instead going to add the lowercase letter a, and here you see that the lines are going overboard again. So I'm just going to repeat the process. So now I want to add a large letter A for coloring purposes. So I am going to select the text. I'm adding the letter A, and I'm going to add the lowercase letter with it. And I'm going into the text section or the font section, and I am going to select Fabrica 1. Here I'm choosing so many different fonts, but I want to choose Fabrica 1 because it has a lot more coloring space to it. And I'm going to the effects section and selecting outline. I want my letter to be white, and I want the border to be black. I'm going to repeat the process for the lowercase letter a. I'm just duplicating the uppercase the uppercase letter, and then I will change it into a lowercase letter, as you'll be able to see in a few minutes. Now that I have my letters, I want to go into the elements section and select the anything that starts with A. So in this case, I'm selecting or typing Apple outline, and you want to make sure you don't use anything with the Pro crown. Of course, if you have the Pro version, you can, but in this case, I want to show you how to do it without the paid version of Canva. So I just selected the outline that does not have the Pro crown logo element thing on it. So I'm just going to find a way to place this. And of course you can see it's taking like trial and error on where I want to place the image, but that's just all you have to do when creating.